How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. Today I'm going to review this QQH portable HD monitor, 1920 by 1080. It's portable, light, uses less than 10 watts. If you connect it to a USB-C, you don't even need an external power source. Very useful for things like video editing or coding if you need extra screen space. Best of all, you can just kind of fold it up like this, kind of like a really large tablet, and you can just bring this with you with your laptop. It's super thin, feels kind of like a tablet. It includes the cover so that you don't have to worry about damaging the screen while you're carrying it. Unfortunately, it's not one of those where it has a magnetic sensor where it turns off the screen whenever you close it. So you see, it's still on when you close it. Let me go back and unbox this, show you what's included, and also do some testing on this. It has a cover which kind of acts like a stand. Top edge doesn't have any buttons. The edge has a little speaker right here. The right edge also has a speaker, mini HDMI port, 2 USB ports, some buttons, and a headphone port. Let's see the rest of the accessories. We have a 10-watt USB-A AC adapter, a USB-A to USB-C cable to power it, and an HDMI to mini HDMI cable. Lastly, a USB-C to USB-C data cable. To use it, open up the front flap, stand it up. It's held on magnetically. You just put it on the first groove, and if you don't want it to slip forward, you can fold this first flap. This will prevent it from scooting forward. It is held on magnetically, so you can actually take the whole thing off of the back cover. This is just loose like this. The back is completely flat, so you can just attach the magnetic cover right on there. There's some amount of glare if there's a light source directly behind the screen, but as long as the glare is more than 45 degrees off, then you can't see it. The width of the screen is very similar to the MacBook Pro 16-inch, and if I put the screen directly next to it, it's about an inch shorter. This is more of a 16:9 ratio, true 1920 by 1080 pixels. If we look directly on the screen, it has a 300 candela per meter squared brightness, a contrast ratio of 1200 to 1, and yes, this is a IPS screen. I've set the external monitor on maximum brightness, and it's using about 5.7 watts. Let me change the brightness to 50%, and the energy usage goes down to about 3.9 watts. So pretty energy efficient. The monitor does have built-in speakers on both the left and right sides in these little holes here. If I play some music, here's on the left side, and then on the right, so it does play in stereo, giving you the opportunity to use this like a portable TV. You just have to use one of the USB-C inputs. There's 2 of them, or this mini HDMI port. When you use the HDMI port, you need to connect an external power source, either with this included power adapter and connect it to the USB-C, or just use this cable, connect to the USB-C and the USB-A to a port that supplies up to 10 watts or 2 amps. You have the headphone port, up-down controls, and the menu button. There's also the source button. If you push the source button, you can change between input type C1, type C2, or the mini HDMI input port. If you push the middle menu button, this on-screen display shows up. Push it again to adjust the brightness. You can adjust things like contrast, black level, sharpness, eco mode, DCR, aspect ratio, color temperature, red, green, blue adjustment, language, OSD timer turns off after 10 seconds, transparency mode, reset, mute the device, change the volume. You can change the signal source, low blue light level, and HDR mode. Notice at the bottom, it does say it's HD and it's updating at 60 Hertz. The monitor is a 15.6-inch diagonal. The horizontal viewable area is 13.5 inches. Vertical is about 7.6 inches, whereas the total width is 14 3/16. The total height is about 8 3/4 inches. The height with the cover is only about half an inch, and with the cover, it weighs in at around 2 pounds 6 ounces. If I remove the power from the USB-C, of course, is going to turn off because the HDMI is not supplying power. So let me plug that back in, and it boots up, says QQH. If we want to increase the volume, and we'll turn it up all the way, I'd say the volume is not booming, it's not super loud. It would be acceptable, but maybe not in a loud environment. In a quiet environment, I can hear it just fine. This is on maximum brightness. The colors are fairly good, but I want to do the glare test again and put the studio light right above it. You can kind of see it a little bit. So there's the glare. Other than an external monitor, you can even use this as a TV, such as using the switch. But if you use one of those Fire TV sticks where it has a regular size HDMI output connector, you might have to convert from that to the mini HDMI port on the side. If you guys are interested in getting this QQH high-def external monitor, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.